Good morning and good evening. This is Ritesh Khapre. I will share my screen and we will quickly jump into the demos. So right now I'm sharing the Bizdata Vault, the complete architecture, how we can retrieve data from wide variety of data sources. So as Adil explained, we can read data from different sources based on the use cases.
Uh,
Yes.
Ritesh, can you please share your screen?
Currently in my screen, there is Bizdata Vault architecture, wherein you can read data from wide variety of data sources. So we have data sources like on-premises application, SaaS-based application. You can have digital marketing platforms, things like Bing Ads, Google AdWords, Google Ads, or Commission Junction. So those data can be archived. You can archive all your social handles from various social media channels. You can also archive data related to your sensors, which is running into the manufacturing shop floor, or you have smart gadgets in your real estate buildings. So all those data can be archived. Now, the biggest challenge comes when you archive this kind of data sets and data coming from different sources is the data format. Some system will give you data in the form of CSV. Some system will give you data in the form of XML. Some will come as a SQL protocol. Now, once you have data from different sources and complexity in wide variety of data format, so the things become very complex. How who will go and merge those different file formats data into a singular format so that you can archive your data into a vault in a global format so that you can read it, utilize it for your next activity or for your decision making activity. So what this data vault does is it reads data from different sources and converge all those data into a single format in a single data model, which is a JSON driven format. Now you can see here Bizdata Vault, it encodes data into JSON format. Encodes here means is as soon as data comes into this vault, it encrypts it. It encrypts in the form of SHA-256, which is very highly secured. If someone will try to open this one, like in a manual mode, you will not be able to read such data. So it is highly encrypted, highly secure. Now, how you can read this data once data came over here? We can read this data through the BizIntel 360 Vault visualization. It is available in all formats in desktop, mobile, tablet, and you can read it and you can do multiple actions out of it. So once your data is available in your vault, you can create dashboards, you can create reports, you can create pixel reports, you can create infographics for your next marketing campaign, or if you want to generate a historical particular business object report, that also you can do. You can also do data discovery. So you want to do machine learning with your archive data. You can quickly discover your data, how my data is trending on a particular sales order or purchase order, or my purchasing department, how what kind of items they are dealing with. And you can apply your machine learning with any kind of tool with this data vault and move forward for your decisions. Most important thing is searches. If you want to retrieve particular information over a period of month, over a period of week, or for a particular entity like customer, supplier, or for a part number, you can retrieve those information very easily through searches. The another unique thing in this data vault is it creates a auto relationship. When you bring data from different formats like CSV, XML, JSON, and data is coming from different applications, you may want to build relationship between these multiple sources. So this vault visualization provides you a capability where you can create a relationship between entities. Now, this also provides a capability wherein you can download data in CSV, Excel, JSON, PNG format, or PPT format. And you can set up alerts if some kind of anomaly in there in your data set, or you are looking for particular information which you think that you don't want to archive, and you want to take those particular transactions in for your next steps or for next analytics activity, so you can set up the alerts for that one. Bizdata Vault also comes up with the API. So this API is very useful if you want to go and purge your records back from your data source. So in previous discussion, we saw that from Adil, there is a use case where you need, there's a requirement where you have done archiving of your data set, and you want to now purge it for, let's say, 2000 to 2005 or 2000 to 2010. Now, in order to purge those data, first thing you have to do is you have to archive it securely. So in order to ensure that your data is archived, now you want to go for purge. So you can use the Bizdata Vault API to go and purge it from your any kind of uh, application from your data source. So this is the complete architecture of the Bizdata Vault. Now I will go to that demo. So what I have launched is the Bizdata Vault visualization. Right now in this visualization, we have ingested data from 3 different ERP systems. So ERP systems like Oracle EBS, we have Oracle Cloud NetSuite, and data is also coming from SAP Business One. So data which is coming from Oracle EBS suite, that is coming from Oracle database. So it's a on-premises system. So we have read data from Oracle database in a SQL protocol format, and data coming from NetSuite and SAP Business One. So one is a REST API, another one is a SOAP API. So 3 different variety of ERP systems. When we read data, those 3 file formats were totally different, and we read it and we ingested into the vault. So as soon as we ingested in the vault, this is the out of the box dashboard and report where you can get a complete 360 view of your data set. So here what you see in this dashboard is a overview and some glimpse of like how my supplier is doing from past 5 years, 6 years, 10 years as a supplier 360 and as a customer 360. Now how we are going to use this dashboard and make our use cases very effective so that we can take some decisions, so that we can reference our reports, reference our old transactions and so on. So first thing you see here is we have a transaction date. Data coming from all the 3 applications is treated as a transaction. So because you have transactions like purchase order, sales order, PO receipts, accounts payable, accounts receivable, invoices, goods receipts, payment credit, debit notes, and so on. So all the 3 ERP systems data got converged into the standard business objects. Now, those standard business objects can have multiple nomenclature to their dates. So, for example, sales order can have sales order create date, purchase order can have purchase order raise date, and so on in 3 different systems. This Bizdata Vault utilizes a common data model where it ingested data into a particular column called transaction date. Now, as a user, I can go and look for a particular information. Let's say what happened in 2011, and I want to go and quickly check out my report for that particular date range. So what I will do is I will take data somewhere on 2011 and look for, let's say, September 1st, and filter my data by September 30 on 2011. So once I hit this apply button, it goes and creates a tag on top of the dashboards. Now the user knows that, okay, I have filtered my dashboard from this date range. Now you can see the whole dashboard has been filtered just by those transactions. So in the month of September of 2011, we have done these mini transactions, and data is coming from SAP Business One, Oracle NetSuite, and eBusiness Suite. So you can see that whole data got unified. Now there are some open transactions are there are some closed transactions are there. So you can see here all the closed transactions got archived, and this got archived into from 3 different applications, and it got purged as well. That means it is no longer available in these 3 systems. So like this, I am getting a complete overview information like what's happening in my different. So how many total receivables I have, how many total payables I have, customer wise sales. I was not having any suppliers transactions in that particular period. So that's how you can go and filter the overall data set. So now based on this use case, you can always go and filter it by year, by month, by quarter, or by particular date. Now with this use case, you can also go and filter it and search it. And so let's say, for example, I want to go and filter for P0011. So I just filtering for a particular purchase order. I was knowing as a in a department that this particular purchase order was very useful for some of the supplier, and I want to refer that. So maybe I was remembering that particular number. So I went, I hit that particular transaction number, and this whole purchase order is now in my fingertips to go and analyze. So when it got created, and who was my supplier, and what are the items I took from it, and this came from two different systems. So what are those two systems? So it typically is coming from Oracle e-business suite, or if it is somewhere else is also there, it will start showing up. So that's how you can narrow down your any kind of transactions. So what I showed you just now for purchase order, but we can go and do filter for any of the business objects available over here. If you decide to bring data from a marketing campaign, like let's say from Google Ads or Bing's, and you want to search for your campaign number, if you want to search for any other third party logistics data, you want to go and look for that transactions, you want to archive those areas, so you can search just by the object number. So this is the two areas where we can quickly narrow down the different information. Now you see here the couple of reports like this dial gauges and the pie charts, the donut charts. So what it shows is this much of percentage of data has been archived and this much is still pending. And these are the exceptions in your overall data set that has been archived. So it shows that there are some exceptions where I have open transactions. So if I will go and see that open transactions, it will show me quickly that this has not been archived. So this is very important. System catches automatically that if there is a open transactions in your historical data, we should not go and archive. But you can take a decision. If you want to go and do archive, you can comment back into your system, into the source system, and make it ready for purge so that you can go and archive it and move forward. So there is an exception where business rules can be applied, what kind of data set you want to really archive or what you want to purge. So in each and every transaction that you decide for going for a archival, you can come up with your own set of business rules to define what all things we can go and archive it. You can have a customer which is like a prolonged customer, and it's a very delighted customer for you, and you don't want to archive their data because sales team wants to refer it every now and then. So in those cases also you can come up with a business rule that okay, exclude for customer X or exclude for supplier Y, and you don't want to archive those data from your data sets. So this kind of use cases is also possible where you can define the business rules. So there is a marquee over here which tells you currently how much consumption you have done, what is the health of this overall vault, and how you are currently utilizing your overall archival process. Now, once I clear it, it goes back to the normal stage where it shows me complete information of the overall transactions. So in this particular data ingestion of this vault, what we are seeing is like their archival has been done from 2011 to 2015. And for every transaction types like purchase order, sales order, AP invoice, and so on, what is my trend? What is the volume of those data in terms of amount, in terms of the quantity volumes on various transaction at line item levels. You can also see the archival rate, how fast I am archiving. So this archival rate is showing up from past 3 weeks. So we have scheduled a frequency of like every weekend go and archive it. It's on your choice if you want to archive every day by day wise or week by week, or you want to archive it in some cases in real time. So let's say one of our customer decided to go for archiving week over week because that's best way and the best practices to go for, where you can see in this rate, the rate is going down week over week, because at first time you might be having a very high volume of data, and as the business is moving, you may see the low rates in your data archiving steps. Now, if you want to see what is my detailed transaction level records, item level records that was available in my ERP system, you can quickly narrow down that information here as well. You can see line item level information and price level, quantity level, amount level, both the header level as well as line item level. Plus, you can also bring any kind of relationship with the purchase order, sales order, with any other transactions like shipments. You can also bring the images, attachments, or approval history within these transactions, and you can have complete visibility of your archive data for your future references. So that's how the Bizdata Vault dashboard provides you complete visibility on end-to-end transactions. Now, apart from this, so this is a complete overview where what you can do with the archival dataset. Now, once you have data available with you, now you can create reports as you move on. So you can create a Supplier 360 dashboard where you can just dump data just related to supplier, and you can have customer 360 dashboard. You want to get a complete visibility what is happening by customer on different product lines and how they are performing. So let's say I go and filtered by a particular customer, I quickly come to know that BBK Electronics from this particular region, what they are supplying to me and how they are performing in different areas. So all the historical analytical reports, you can quickly go and get it on your fingertips. Now, there can be a demand where as you are moving with your data and you want to quickly discover what kind of other data is available in my overall vault. So you can open a discovery tab and look for your vault data. So let's say I am looking for a vault data, and I can quickly discover what kind of data I have. So this is called data discovery, and this is very important if you want to go and build a next app or any machine learning model, or if you want to take any decision for data purging. So you can quickly come up with a table report and can discover your data into a very deep dive level insights, where if you want to take it up. Now, from the business users end, you may have continuous requirement where users are looking for more different set of reports apart from your out of the box reports that Bizdata is providing. And there can be ad hoc requirements where some users wants to create their reports on their own and they want to analyze those data. So this overall solution comes up with 100+ different visualizations wherein you can create pie chart, bar chart, line chart, historical bar table reports, comparison reports, hierarchy reports, and so on. So it empowers everyone to go and create this set of reports on their own. There are more flexibility where for doing machine learning modeling, we can utilize this one as the APIs. You can set up the alerts, and you can also download this data. So there are a lot of formats available where you can download your data into various formats. So for example, if you see in my current screen, I can download this data by going into edit mode. So let's say I go into one of these format. I can download in PNG format, PPT, Excel, CSV, PDF, and JSON. And you can utilize this one for your any presentation, or you can pass it on to your other team members for doing further decision making activity. So that's how it provides the complete solution on any kind of data archiving